which is rather nice. So you're going to be Pitt. Is it Aalborg or Malmö? I think it's Malmö. Pitt Malm 02. And the name that we're picking out is an odd one for the Hansa, but I'll take it. Pitt Malm Brazil. Beautiful. What I always like is the random roll that you get on your guy here, and this guy sucks, so I'm actually going to take the spare cog and make him again. That's marginally better. Fighting experience has absolutely no mattering for my automatic trade fleet, so I don't care about it. In any case, we've made Brazil. You're number 2, don't get carried away. And you're going to have your route. It starts you here, and I want you to do the rounds. But it means I'm going to need even more to cover the west. Oh well. Is Danzig covered by the one that goes here? I think it is. Stettin is even covered. Stettin is usually part of Central. I'm actually not particularly happy with that. Gonna remove you even. I always see Stettin as part of the Central belt. So in Malmö, take all the pitch, dump all the pitch, do much the same in Oslo, and Aalborg, and Lübeck, and Rostock, and Stettin. Of course, it's at this point I'm going to have to start looking at my my administrators and tell them to actually do this kind of work. So where was that? Novgorod. Well, Novgorod isn't getting anything, but Ripon and Law. Where was Law? Probably London. Oslo, Ripon, London. They need to be told what to do. Well, things are looking fine over in London. Supply the city of Novgorod. Feed the city lasting. Increase prosperity of Haarlem. I mean, I'm pretty confident I can do that, since it just needs the plague to go away and then everything will be fine. I mean, I keep that place damn well supplied. So yeah, in fact the plague is already gone. And the place is an upswing and trending up, so yes, this place will be just fine and dandy. They need a lot of everything though. And I kinda stole it from them lately. Okay, but I'm getting distracted here. I need to set up my my workers. So what I'm going to do is grab the administrators. I'm also going to save because this has been known to crash the game. You might wonder why I'm making so many periodic saves. It's so that when I finish this game and think, wow, what a waste of time, I can at least look back for my own little time lapse. So, London. Just load that. I mean, these values are fine. What do you produce here in London? Beer, metal tool. Okay, so basically you don't need 4,000 amounts of hemp. Hell, you don't even need that much. Nor do you need that much salt. I mean, that's a fine enough one to save. I also needed to take care of Oslo, that had no such thing. Okay, good, Oslo does have warehouses. You know, I once read a strange developer bit of feedback for this game. Somebody was complaining that their competitors could so easily set fire to everything and it was a real nuisance. And the response was, well, they're doing this because you're really successful, so good. As I know, the mechanic is really annoying. It doesn't really matter if it's a way of the game saying you're doing really well. It's still really annoying. Completely unrelated, but why does overextension come to my head there? No, never mind. I kind of wish I had a hollowed out tusk to drink mead out of, because that would make this feel a lot more of an authentic experience. Still, it looks fine over in Oslo. The other one I had to do was Ripon, I believe. Ripon, where I need a lot more guards. Get to work. Now Ripon, when I go here, it's going to need a ton of honey. A butt ton of honey. Not only that, but you also produce pelts which need a whole heap of hemp and also metal tools. An odd thing to need a lot of, but it's true. Ripon, such is what you get. So, Thagnus, our wild card, over in Rostock. The weavers should very soon have weavings to weave. That's looking okay. The administrator knows what they're doing. Alright, this is fine. And believe it or not, we actually have some goodies here, kept in storage that we sell to market. This is far from our most lucrative place to be, but it's a start. So why do I have wildcard Thagnus here again? Everything is built up pretty much as I want it to be. Yes, I'll come back for more tailors later on, and why do I have so much? Hang on. Why do I have so much of this stuff? There can only be one explanation. Rostock was chock full of cloth, and I bought up 1 billion of them. But why would I buy so many? The administrator would surely buy up to only 1,500. Well, that's cool. That's really cool, because it means I can get my clothing production on the go more or less immediately. Clothing is not so important as cloth, but it's good to know that I can. Punk Rock Lee is jumping in to say, just had to stop in and say that poem was great. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Like, honestly I am, because it was something creative that I made and wanted to share. It's not like my gaming streams where I do it for my own fun, really. This was something that I wanted to share with the world. And regardless what you think, hell, it still got done. Alright, well I have all these building materials, and I don't particularly need to use them in Rostock. What I can do is dump some in here, so at least I have something hanging around. And then I can go over to Malmö and grab some other stuff that I've been lacking in, such as pitch. Oh man, Malmö needs a lot of stuff. But I need that pitch, and I need those metal tools as well. Hell, you need a good 500 metal tools where I'm going. And I want a whole bunch of pitch to hold over there. And honey? Do we need honey elsewhere? Yeah, the honey is flowing fine. It'll flow a lot more when I get to Ripon. Is it Ripon or Ripen? Another question is, does it even bloody matter? Alright, that's fine. On we go. Has Novgorod died yet? No one sails there. There's something in the water there. Well, Novgorod, you're not getting this money. Please support us, they say. No, I say. It's such a ghost town. And ghost town it shall remain. And I bought up all their goods, didn't I? Including their cheese. I can flood the cheese market, and that will quite possibly lead him to tear down another business, because he won't be able to make any profit off of it. Which is one of the more fun ways you can destroy your competitors. Okay, I'm getting distracted as usual. Wildcard Thagnus needs to make his way down.
How could it come to pass that I had to tear down one of my own businesses? They were always very, very profitable. But I know where to look. You again.
Oh, I just love that. I love lots of things, but I love that. Alright, Wildcard Thagnus is heading back here. That's all well and good. And now I have somebody's pirate hideout that I've discovered. So what I need to do is hit up the guild man. Okay, I already have this mission. Well, I'm not going to destroy that without a mission, because it'll give me a free cog. Potentially a Hanseatic cog to go and ruin it. And I want that. What, 2,000 burgers from Haarlem? There is no way I'm taking you out of Haarlem. This place is amazing. But Haarlem is very short on building materials, so I'm going to help him out with that. Because I'm a pretty nice guy. Take it, take it. Leave me to wonder why the storage is so low, but otherwise, take it. Take it all. Yeah, you're really taking it. At least then we should have the pitch that we need to get these other things produced. 1980. That's still, oddly enough, not enough for what we need to do here. So I don't think it's going to take those wooden tools just yet, unless we have everything else that we need for it. Actually, no, they ate them. They ate them right up. And I need so many more wooden tools than we are producing right now. Makes sense, because this is all we have for smithies. Making 42 per day. There's no way that matches demand at all. And that's Malmö almost full as well. We make all this honey. Frankly, overproduce on the honey. Actually, I'm dropping that down a bit, because those are people that should be smithies and pitch makers. I did make that pitch place, that pitch brigade, right? Pitmalm 1, Pitmalm 2, which is not active for some reason. I did not make a third one. This is because I get distracted so easily. Okay, so Pitmalm 3 is going to have to do Bergen, which has a 10-day demand for pitch of 115. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 places. They're each going to have their own demand for it, but let's just say 115, 1,000. It's going to take at least 20 days, so 2,000. I need a big fleet here, is what we're getting at. A big fleet. I mean, I could use my Hanseatic cog with a couple of regular cogs. Hulks work as well. Got 2 cogs in Rostock, which is kind of good. So you're coming with me. Didn't we have one in Lübeck? Yeah, we got a cog in Lübeck. And another cog in Aalborg. Malmö and Aalborg get them mixed up all the time. Speaking of mixing up in the wrong crowd, Lübeck is under siege, so ha to that. Alright, so huge amount of people, and I'm making this new trade route. We're going to take that pitch, and we are going to spread it like wild. Now, pitch is actually pretty rare. Who makes it? Don't tell me it's just Malmo, I won't believe that. Okay, Visby does pitch, but we don't care about this region whatsoever. It's so far away from all the relevant places. Although I think in my one near perfect game, I started out in Visby. Good times were had. Point is though, I'm taking the pitch. We're loading on up with it, and we're heading on out. And the nice thing is almost all of these places I can just copy over like this. Haarlem, you copy from London. Groen takes it, Bremen takes it, Hamburg takes it, Riepen takes and slightly changes. And that's good, that should be all the pitch that we need. This is going to be pitch west, and your name is Pit Malm 3. And what name do we have? Boaty McBow. No, I'm not going with Boaty McBow. What do we have? The SS Mehmet, and it fits as well. Excellent. Get on it. And now, just like that, we had all this pitch here. We had all this pitch here, and it's almost entirely gone. I'm actually going to follow this one for a wee bit. And I see that. Auto Rome 2. Wonderful. Still doesn't tell me anything. Heck, I wouldn't know where it was if it weren't for that giveaway. Yes, wouldn't know where it is. I'm kidding, it's going to be around here. Alright, Mehmet, you're going to dump only 100 pitch here. That doesn't seem right. Do my people only hold 100 pitch? If I tell my counting houses to only hold 100, then I am a fool. Wow. I've underestimated the 10-day demand for goods quite heavily, I see. I'm going to have to go around and change it on them. Are you not proud of HMS Boaty McBoatface, Jake? I can't say I particularly am. Okay, this tells me something important. It says that across the board I'm going to have to vastly increase the amount of goods that we hold on to things. Especially that I only hold 500 grain here. The 10-day demand for grain is enormous. 304. So I need to update my my counting houses with the reality that is the current 10-day demand for 10,000. Well, I could say 10,000 development province, but population, because we're playing the Mayo mod here. So yeah, that needs to be done. Still, I'm happy enough with raw stock. It is very small right now, but it is growing probably. Yeah, actually it's in prosperity. Daily increase is looking quite good. If I had some cheese and some meat or some mead. Cheese and some, no, I don't have those. No meat though. That seems awfully odd. So much optimizing to be done here. Okay, I need to change that across the board on my counting houses. Yes. What I also want to do is grab all of my boats and bring them to one location. Probably somewhere nice and central like Aalborg. Just so that I have them available. So where are said boats? Well, there's some in Riga. Actually, there are a ton of them in Riga. The ones that are Krayers and Snickers, though, I'm on the fence with those. Because I'm looking for mass dispersion of my goods right now. Which is something that Krayers can only hope to... Nah, forget it. I need them working now. I can't hold off just because they're possible to use up in use going up and down the rivers. It's still a whole load of cargo capacity that I should be putting to use. Same story over in Bergen. We got all these craters. It's a waste not to put them to use. Over to Alberg you go. Even Edinburgh has a cheeky little cog for me. And they're desperately needing pitch. So it's a case of if I was actually supplying my pitch to these people, we would have so much more. So many more boats available. Gudek needs to die, so don't let him past. Alberg, well of course there are boats there. I'm sending them there. Groningen. Get in Hulk and other Hulk and Crayer and other Crayer. And head over there. Haarlem. Lovely. So as I said, I haven't built a single cog, we just have the ones that we've abducted from pirates, because we are the real monster. And I like the ones that aren't fully upgraded, because they have a decent cargo capacity. The Lode Zadosh is busy repairing, and that's okay. Visby, I want you checked out as well. And as if it knows what I'm doing, they've finished another boat over in Alberg. So get over there, please. Meanwhile, I'm wondering why you're not producing a million cogs for me. Nice thing about cogs is they never really go out of use. They will be slightly slower than Carvels in the late game, but they still mount up a decent cargo capacity of their own accord. I've never hated a sound as much as that new sound ship, Jake. Really, I love it. It tells me I got more boats. And there are few things as beautiful to hear in this game. Danzig has just one crappy little upgraded cog for me. It's such a shame that you can't downgrade them. How I wish you could. And that, I was actually hoping I'd have more, but those are all of my boats. Jeez, Godek, you're a mean machine here. Take a chill pill. Back to Alberg we go. We haven't seen it yet, but if you get caught at sea with a severely damaged boat, you have to stop to do emergency repairs, which isn't all that much fun. Well, that dingly ding sound is fantastic, I know. And then shipyard, get everything you see that needs it repaired. Even Rippon's giving us another new ship. Might as well just get on it right now. Now Haarlem, I said I had to make this place more prosperous, but how prosperous is more prosperous? I hope it doesn't actually have to get to the point of prosperity. I mean, it's hard to tell. We'll find out in a few days though. Architect is working hard, this is going fine. Housing capacity is also fine, although man, he gets burger houses as well. Those are well-to-dos. Whereas I have crappy little burger houses out here. But at least I own all the Patricians. Still bothered deeply by it. I also wonder how much rich tenants pay you. Oh well, I guess that's neither here nor there. Oh man, another 100 days and we'll get Carvels. I am more excited than I deserve to be at that. Great. The nicest thing about having loads of goods over in Haarlem, and I need to actually take note of this, Haarlem. How many warehouses do you have, by the way? 13? Right, we're changing that. You deserve a few more than that. For the simple reason that this is going to be where people come back to when they're done with their expeditions. I mean, they could go to London, but Haarlem's special. It's my city. Oh, yes. They've correctly identified that there's not enough wool in the world, and I gotta make more of it. Hail to the king. And it's still an upswing though, which is good. It said keep prosperity improving until a certain date. Sure, but I mean, how could it know if it's actively improving every day? I sincerely doubt the game is that advanced. 2 brick, off you go. The DDR blind maybe has enough to get itself over to the door, I'm not sure. If it falls, okay, no, it won't make it, it's going to head straight back. Bah, and it goes back to the hometown, which is the worst. Okay, can't wait to see if I fail or succeed here. Oh, yeah, I did it. No, that's another thing. They both worked. I just made some damn good money there. Well, damn good money is all I do. And let's celebrate this by having a bit of corruption and taking even more money. By which I mean taking even more money. Since the plague is past, I can actually happily take more of a head tax here. 7% is pretty good, you're usually safe with that. Also, Riga's back up to the 10,000 mark, as it deserves to be. Quite low, you say? Well, I do keep this place very well stacked. Keep you up at 9%. If you had guard towers, it would be eating out of your balance here, which is no fun. Yeah. Okay, I am very satisfied with this. If we look over at Aalborg, though, I'm going to take all these ships that I just got. Enterprise, was that? You don't have a job. Get out there. All these daftly named things. So what this does is ensure that I have loads of ships here. So all the goods that I have piling up on account of not having enough ships to transport them, I can just go, okay, Aalborg, send out one of these, because I actually have a decent number of ships here to deal with now. It's not like before when I've been totally struggling with my amount of boats. Here now, if I wanted to make a new convoy, I have... Well, actually, let's count just how much capacity do I have. Boy, I wish there was an easier way to do this. Dum-de-dum-dum. Okay, I have 12,670 capacity for throwing things around. That's not too bad. Hell, that's not bad at all. And depending how I set them up, that stuff could be used fairly quickly. I mean, that's... Cargo capacity makes a lot less when it has to go from, say, Novgorod to Edinburgh. When it has to go from Malmö to Aalborg, it's pretty good. I also like that it kind of sorts these. Why is it calling that a snack? Okay, by kind of sorts, it doesn't really sort at all. This is absurd. Why would it not so? Oh well, that's neither here nor there. Point is, I'm probably going to sort out some of my auto routes and counting houses off stream, so when I can come, or I'll do it on stream, you know, that's the kind of boring stuff that we love around here. But still, Jake, send them into the med with 12,000 furs. They would, well, that would be something, wouldn't it? No, I'm gonna call it there. I need to get my head to bed, as there's plenty of Dev Clash to be commentating over tomorrow, amongst other things. Why don't you keep the good admirals? Alright, I want to answer that question before I go away, and the answer is because I already have so many great admirals, courtesy of these guys who have been auto-trading forever. Auto Worm 3535, Auto I Love Riga 2545. Most people in my auto routes are going to have 5 repair and 5 navigation because they constantly ship and they repair very often, and the trade experience should be pretty high for most of them as well. This is the perfect guy right here, Philip Carlson, 0555. I mean, combat experience is like siege pips for boat. They just don't matter. I mean, you would think more is more, but they actually don't matter whatsoever unless you auto-resolve your battles, and we will not be doing that. Some of these guys are truly amazing, and I can check out these trade routes. Some of them have been going on for very long. Some of them seem to not make me much money, but that's because I cancelled him and restarted him recently. So he's full of cargo, so of course that's going to count as a loss. It just sees everything he's bought and what he's sold. When he gets that sold, he'll be back in the good money situation. But yeah, Worm, I mean, that's not even a splash compared to the rent that we make. And I will be taking these auto boats and integrating them into our more precise routes later on. It's just a case that I haven't bothered to go and do that yet, because there are plenty of 500 capacity cogs in there, which I certainly want to get in on. But more importantly, they have the captains that I want. Because if I remember well, at level 5 they sail 10% faster. They repair... okay, I can't remember these two. Hell, I can't remember the other three. But they sail faster with navigation. That's good enough for me. We make tons of money. We have counting houses in at least half the places now. We're going to get the rest as we get that sweet dosh. And then... well, it's just up and up and up. More production, more people, more money, more doing horrible things for the lords, who... I forgot one of these guys' demands. Who was it? It was this guy as well. I was meant to keep him happy so I could actually do more stuff for him. Would you like to do your local Prince Count Louis of Flanders a special favour? Make sure famine breaks out in Rostock. Granted, he gives a good reward, but that's a bit of an asshole move, because he usually asks you to do a famine in a place that you're interested in, and I'm interested in Rostock. So interested in... oh, I still make rent there. Lovely. It's one of the things I really love about houses. They make your money back, and then they just constantly make money. Forever. Ah. Man, I can't stand this game, but by the same amount I do love it. Yeah, I'm not giving you that. Okay, I gotta hit my head to the bed. Crit the bed, as it were. But cheers for joining for Patrician. And from me for now, it's cheers. And it's cheerio.